All right, Sussex Tech Auto Body YouTube channel. I lost a ton of footage. I had started a video on this thing right at the beginning of school. This is a 1996, my bad, 1986 Ford pickup truck. And one of my seniors is doing it as a senior project. It's two-tone. We've already taken the bed off of it. And we're in the process of getting the sand down, stripping what needs to be stripped. All right, I realized in that last clip of this hood, I said it had a self-etching primer on there, and you may not be able to tell it on the camera. But then this is, I didn't get a picture of it getting primed, but this is epoxy primer. Now, you can see the dents in the hood, but we had to do that to get it all sealed up, and we'll go back and fix all these dents. And it's not bad, but I just want to make you aware in that last shot, it didn't look like there was anything on there, but there was, because self-etching primers, this is really thin coat. How's it going? Welding, welding this holds up, looking good. You just about got all the dents on this side fixed, correct? Yeah. All right, very good. Lance is working on that hood. There he is. None of those were bad spots. We had to put a couple draw pins in both corners, but other than that, they were just a bunch of little dings. What we're working with is kind of oil candy a little bit, but he's getting there. Oh, look, and we got Gabe helping out on the red and white Ford. He so far he's taken the chrome trim off the bottom. Now he's working on about getting the trim panel off. He's going to take the door handle and the lock out. Okay. All right, Smiley, this thing had a drop-in bed liner, and he's welded up the holes where the screws were that held it in there. He's got, I think he got all the major dents pretty much buzzer down now, and we'll get a coat of primer on it, see what it looks like. It has already been put in primer. Like I said, I lost a whole bunch of footage. I might be able to find it, or I might be able to get the IT guys to get it, but it seems like I've lost it. So now I'm going to take you over to the bed. This truck is clean. I mean, there's no rust. That's just surface rust, but to find a truck this old in this good shape is rare. This quarter panel, all it had was some small dents in it. He's got all those repaired. It's been primed, blocked, and reprimed. The quarter panel was damaged pretty bad, and he's just got it all cut off today. We have a new one to put on it, and we got a new tailgate for it, but it's coming along nicely. Back to the old Bullnose Ford project. We showed you that quarter panel, all the body work's done. We have we metal bonded that lip on this thing because the metal was in good shape. All of these are going to be, all the spot welds are going to be put back in here. You can see they're all drilled, got the weld-through primer. We also glued it around the wheel well. I should properly say weld-through primer. I got to edit that whole thing out there. We put a metal bond, and basically the main reason we do that is it'll keep it from rusting. Because if we rust, even though we put the weld-through primer, everybody knows that's where all the mud and everything sits. So that should eliminate that. And then we'll put all the spot welds in down here. And what that silver is weld-through primer. It's a zinc-rich primer, and it'll allow you to weld right through it, and it'll seal itself up. There's the weld film. Coming along good. And here's the man with the plan right there, old Smiley. We got Smiley here. He's putting the coated sealer on his tailgate. Slow down a little bit. There you go. Putting down the white, first coat of white for the two-tone. Good with the second coat. So, you saw Smiley getting this thing painted yesterday. The problem is we've got to get this thing out of here because it'll get contaminated. It'll get fingerprints all over it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off for the two-tone onto the tailgate right now so we can get another member of the class to paint the top of it red. We can get it cleared and we can get it out there. Because you can pan out there. You'll see that if right now, if we put that out there, this lava will get messed up. So here we go. The important thing here, we already looked up where it went two-tone. And the catch here is I have to put the tape, this is going white, I have to put the tape on the inside of the body line. I gave my razor blade away. So let's see here. That's not going to have any effect where it crisscrosses there. You're not going to see that at all. Now, the trick here is not to stretch this fine. I got to stretch it hard enough or tight enough to get a straight line, and you see I'm twisting it. I have to stretch it enough to keep a straight line, but not too hard or it will shrink up when we turn the booth on. Now, the thing is, white is super tricky because you can't see the contours and you see what I'm saying there? You can't see where it bends. But we got her. I'm gonna go over top. Yep, roll right on in here. I'm gonna go over top of that 1/4 inch fine line with some 3/4 inch masking tape. That's just gonna give me a little more to work with. Trying to keep my fingers off of that white base coat because obviously it would fingerprint it. We're going to put a piece of 18-inch masking paper over this. And unfortunately, this got wrinkled down here on the end because the paper cart got a little messed up, but that's all right. I'm just going to fill in this last little bit with a little bit of masking tape. We'll be there. All right, Ava's being my camera person for today, my camera woman. Okay, look, the reason we tape this up like this, guys, is because I have to paint all this red, and which means I'm going to have to cut this off. I'll cut that off with a razor blade. That's why I had to tape that, because this section is going to go red, if that makes sense. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Okay, cool. I'll do the same thing to the other side, and then the next shot will be us painting. Now we've got the red paint in here, and we're going to be putting, anyway, we'll see. The only reason the student's not doing this is a senior's project. And I only have enough paint. He bought the paint. We got a lot of money in paint here, and I can't afford to waste any of it. So I'm just going to demonstrate for my audience here. Oriana here, Lucas, Ava, my camera lady. Here we go. Turn around, take a selfie. They got the respirator on. Here we go. First coat. Heat on it. Alright, now what we're going to do is great reveal here. Oh, gotta get some of that off. That happens. We'll fix that. That too. Looks good. Clear. There we go, 2 coats clear. Looks nice. Smiley will be painting the rest of it. Now we got Gabe helping out here. A little faster. consistent. There you go, that's better. All right, Smiley's putting his first coat of white base on. Now just so you know, the back of this thing isn't going white, we're gonna paint it red. But this thing's gonna sit for probably more than 24 hours. And if we don't shoot that base coat over top of the sealer, we would have to sand the sealer. Keep the gun as parallel to the panel as you can. Get just a touch closer on your way back. Looks nice. See how it's keeping it the same distance away? All right. It's the next day. It's actually Saturday, and I'm here at school because we're having an 8th grade open house. We're getting ready to tape this off for the two-tone. The center section of this is going to stay white. So we're going to get it taped off, and then Smiley's going to come in while the parents are out there in the shop taking a tour. He'll be in here painting the red on. So I'm going to try and help get this taped up. He'll be here shortly, and then he'll join in with me. I almost forgot to film how we do this. To get the two-tone stripe that we're going to end up with, I got 3 pieces of quarter-inch fine line, and then I pull out the center. The center is only there as a gauge, so I keep this the same. Okay. There is a molding. I've got one piece that goes all the way around, and that side's a new quarter panel. There is wide moldings that go around the wheelhouse and down at the bottom. So we only need one stripe, and that's just so we can tape on it. Now all we've done is taken a little bit of regular 3/4 inch masking tape and split that bottom fine line. That just gives us a little more room when we drape the paper over it. Okay, now we got masking paper covering up the whole center section, so it will stay white. Now we just got to do the same thing over here. Go, Smiley, get ready to put the red on. Going kind of fast because there's people out there standing around. Hang on. Basically, I'm just going to do the great reveal up top here. Oh, it's going to look good. It's going to look good. Here we go. Oh. Here it is. Get right on that. Don't miss that now. That's where the magic's at there. Look at that. What you talking about? There you go. Go ahead and do that same thing to the other side. Looking good, Derickson. That's exactly what we want. There it is. It's still wet. I wouldn't want to touch it, but look at that. There he is. There's the man. Oh, it looks good. Okay, we got an update on the old 86. Smiley there. He's shy. He put a couple spot welds or nails, draw pin nails, welded on there, and pulled that spot up. We've got, it's like this truck at one point, they must have used it to hold ladders up or something. We've got a whole lot of oil can. I wouldn't even call it oil can, and it is stretched bad. We're trying to get it shrink, put like a shrink fence in it so it'll stay. But we're getting there. We'll come back to you. We'll check on it. All right, Smiley's getting her all tacked off. Getting ready to put a coat of base on it. Looking good. This color covers very well. Well, he got 3 coats on there. We've pretty much run out of paint, but I think it's covered. We'll take a good look at it. This is just base coat. There he goes, laying down the first coat of clear. Putting it down with a nice 75 to 90% overlap. That's more of a 50 there, Smiley. Come on now. Get them ratios right. There we go. And here he goes with the second coat of clear. Things are looking good.